Ladies and gentlemen, hello and much appreciation for joining me for Maisha Prime News. Remember, this is where you get authoritative and unbiased bulletin. And also a reminder to you, our beloved viewer, you can apply for the upcoming prestigious awards known as Heshima Awards. All you have to do is visit www.heshimaawards.co.ke and submit your application for various categories, including Best Technical and Vocational Training Award, Young Entrepreneur Award, Best Musician, Outstanding Leadership Award, and many more. Simama uheshimiwe. My name is Rida Chebet Kevin. Welcome. To kick us off is some politics. The ODM leader Raila Odinga continued with his campaigns in the coastal region. Raila on Tuesday 16th took his Azimio la Umoja to Kwale County, where he promised the residents of a better leadership if elected the president. Mushebi Jr. with more.
Zuleha mama asante maiki kunipatia ili na mimi nipate kupitisha wasia.
ODM leader Raila Odinga hosted ODM branch delegates from Matuga, Msambweni, Lunga and Kinango for deliberations at Dr. Babla Hall in Msambweni on Tuesday.
Ukaribisha sote baba hapa ni nyumbani.
The former prime minister discussed prevailing political affairs in Kwale County and formulated resolutions to guide interactions moving forward. Raila's tour at the coastal counties is meant to lead a popularization of his Azimio la Umoja campaign.
Naomba ubebe kofia yako mkononi anapoingia baba. Peperusha kofia jamani, peperusha kofia.
In his quest to form the next government, the ODM boss said the Orange Democratic Movement remains committed to the priorities of the residents of Kwale, including youth employment, land ownership and social welfare services.
Anaweza kuwa mechanic, anaweza kuwa electrician, anaweza kuwa plumber na kadhalika. Apate kazi ya maana, sio kazi ya kusukuma wheelbarrow. Mnakataa wilbaro. Wangapi mnakataa wilbaro? Nione kwa mkono. Baba mkono wapi nduru ya baba? Tangaza. Ati kuna wengine ambaye hawana chochote. Inaitwa the rural poor. Pale kama kuna ukame mifugo inakufa. Kama kuna ukame mimea inaungua. Hawana chochote. Katika mijini tunaitwa the urban poor, ambaye mwingine kazi imekwisha, biashara imefurisika, hawana mapato, watoto wanalala njaa. Atakuona kama Mkenya yote analala njaa. Ndio sababu nimetangaza kuanzia mwaka ujao, kila familia ambayo kutakuwa hakuna mtu ana mapato watapata kutoka kwa serikali shilingi 6,000 kila mwezi. Ya lunga na Ukunda, na tulisema mpaka tufike Likoni tutangaze azimio. Nimesema kumekucha, kumepambauka, sasa ni saa ya kwenda kazi. Naambia vijana, ukombozi wa tatu na uhamisho wa Kenya umefika.
Kwale has for years enjoyed the dominance of the ODM party until the December 15th Msambweni by-election, where the party faced humiliation after it lost the Member of Parliament seat to the independent candidate Faisal Bader. Recently, Deputy President William Ruto was in the coast where he led his bottom-up campaign. Reporting for Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Bushabe Jr.
Naomba ubebe kofia yako mkononi anapoingia baba. Peperusha kofia jamani, peperusha kofia.
And still in politics, the Deputy President William Ruto has reiterated his pledge to set aside monies to cushion youths who have fallen prey to digital lenders, revitalize the Mira sector and make it conducive for small businesses operators should he take over the country's leadership next year. He was speaking during a campaign rally in Meru. Antonio Sundwa reports.
The 2022 race for the top seat intensifies as Deputy President William Ruto holds a continued two-day tour to sell his bottom-up economic model in Meru County.
Yani sisi watu tumejipanga, tumeunda serikali mara mbili, tumefanya maendeleo hii yote. Ati kuna mtu anatuambia ati all of a sudden tumekuwa wajinga. Ati kati yetu watu milioni 8 tumekosa mtu ya kutuongoza. Ati tuende tuletewe mtu ya kitendawili, mtu ya kung'oa reli, mtu ya kutupa mawe, mtu ya kuvunja chama. Ati atuongoze sisi? Hapana. Ya pili,
Ruto, who is seen having sleepless nights from the Azimio la Umoja headed by the former Prime Minister and ODM leader Raila Odinga, has criticized some of the Mount Kenya leaders like Meru County Senator Franklin Linturi and Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya for going against the will of the Meru people to host and support Raila Odinga with his ODM party.
hawa kina Kiraitu wawache kutuchezea. Wawache kutuchezea. Wakati Uhuru Kenyatta alikuwa anataka mtu wa kusimama na yeye, wakati alikuwa anatafuta kiti ya rais, akasema anataka mwanaume wa kusimama na yeye. Kitendawili alisimama na yeye. Mtu ya watermelon huyu katikati alisimama na yeye. Hawa watu ya Zerela kina Musalia na Gideon walisimama na yeye. Si mimi ndio nilisimama na Uhuru Kenyatta mpaka akakuwa rais. Sasa hao watu wanatuambia nini?
Ruto interacted with wananchi and assisted traders at Kagaene, Mikinduri, Maua and Lare towns in Meru County. Ruto said Mira farmers will be among the pioneer beneficiaries of the bottom-up economic model, which targets farmers' cooperatives through financing. The DP has, however, walked strongly through his rallies with a mindset of winning the 2022 general elections, which is seen to be creating more pressure to his competitors.
Sisi ni watu wa kujipanga. Wangapi wanamwambia Keraito asijaribu kusukuma Raila Odinga? Kwa sababu huyu Raila Odinga tulimwambia Rais Uhuru Kenyatta, huyu mtu hawezi badilika.
Antonio Sundwa, Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television.
It is now official that Nairobi County has a third governor. This is after Anne Kanan was sworn in as the third Nairobi governor. She was sworn in at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, KICC, replacing Mike Sonko, who was impeached last year.
I
Anne Kananu has on Tuesday, November 16th, been officially sworn in as Nairobi's third governor. This is after taking an oath of office at the Commencer ground on Tuesday at KICC in a ceremony which was presided over by Lady Justice Lilian Mutende.
Serve the people of the Republic of Kenya in the office of the governor of Nairobi City County. That I shall diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions in the state office to the best of my judgment, that I shall do justice to all. So help me God.
Nairobi had been without a governor for a period of close to 2 years after Mike Sonko was impeached by the members of County Assembly. Taking the oath, Kananu promised to diligently serve the citizens of Nairobi. Giving her record of work as the acting governor, Kananu said she signed into law the gender-based violence bill, which will ensure safe houses are built in every sub-county of Nairobi.
It is with great honor and humility that I stand here on this auspicious occasion of my swearing in as the third governor of Nairobi County City. I wish to thank the Almighty God for being so gracious to me throughout my life in service and up to this point in time. I also thank God for my country, Kenya, its leadership, and the over 6 million Nairobians who live, work, and invest in this beautiful city. And so I take this opportunity to pay respect and tribute to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, for his leadership and his administration's vision for our capital city, Nairobi, and in particular for the efforts he has made to restore the city's glory. I wish to acknowledge and appreciate His Excellency the President and the former Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga for promoting inclusion, peace, and cohesion, which the county of Nairobi greatly depends on to thrive.
The governor thanked Nairobi residents for believing in her by entrusting her with the responsibility of taking care of their daily life matters. In a heap of praises to NMS, Kananu said Lieutenant Mohammed Badi has ensured delivery of service in close collaboration with the office. She has committed to work with the national government to help women through building of safe houses for the gender-based violence in the 17 sub-counties. Congratulating Kananu, nominated member of County Assembly Mary Ariviza asked her to work without fear, promising to give her all the support that she needs. Majority Leader in the County Assembly and Matopeni MCA Abdi Guyo also promised his support for the governor.
Pursuant to the special issue of the Gazette Notice number 12380, published on 15th November 2021. In fulfillment of the requirements of Article 74 and Article 182(2) of the Constitution of Kenya, as read together with Section 16(1)(a) of the Assumption of Office of Governor Act, my lady, you're called upon to administer the oath of office to the governor.
Maisha Prime Maisha Television, I'm Rida Chebet Kering. A lobby group has now moved to court seeking orders to force the government to allow lawyer Miguna back into the country. The group, led by Law Society of Kenya President Nelson Havi and former Chief Justice William Mutunga, are seeking to have a red alert issued by Kenya lifted. A team made up of his lawyers and 3 political parties claimed that the Attorney General misled the court on the red alert notice, saying it does not exist. They also want the French government to direct Air France to disregard Monday's red alert on Miguna and allow him to travel back to Kenya, whilst calling out the national leaders for what they term disregard of the law. Miguna's anticipated return to Kenya hit another dead end on Monday after the government issued a red alert in respect of him to Air France.
The three questions posed are as follows. Do we have the red alerts? 1. 2. What next? 3. Have we engaged Air France on this issue? Let's start with the first question. Yes, there are red alerts. Is there documented evidence indicating who issued those alerts and to whom were they directed? No, we don't have documented evidence. And this is the nature of a bandit government. They make decisions without evidencing them in writing. Or if at all they are evidenced in writing, they are hidden. Remember, on the 12th of November, Justice Hedwig Woody said, I have not seen any documented evidence of these red alerts. Your application, Miguna, is for now speculatory. Perhaps you fly and we see if you'll be restricted from coming to Kenya. And we said, yes, we will abide by the direction and order of the judge. And what happened? He was precluded from boarding the plane yesterday from Berlin. He spoke to the airline officials and they confirmed to him that indeed a red alert was issued to Air France yesterday morning. So there is a red alert. Is a red alert a known concept in law, domestically and internationally? No. It's a figment of banditry. Why now? We've been doing this for the last 4 years and we'll continue doing it anytime. Some of you may want to say some of us are doing it because we are vying. No. On the 2nd of February 2018 is when we commenced this enterprise. And however long it takes, it must be accomplished. What next? I indicated to you when I first spoke that we have already gone back to court. We've asked the judge to lift the red alert, to compel Air France to board Miguna on the next available flight from Berlin to Paris en route Nairobi. And we've also asked the High Court to compel the government of the Republic of Kenya to take all measures necessary to ensure the unrestricted.
There was drama at the Parliament building after comedian Eric Omondi was arrested while conducting his protest for 75% play for Kenyan music. The judge's plans have been disrupted by police and it seemed imminent since he had revealed his plans days ago. In a video that has made rounds on social media, Eric is seen being manhandled into a police vehicle while he tries hard to resist. Eric Omondi was joined by a few youth in his demonstrations, with police throwing tear gas at them. Let's have a look at that video.
No. Devil is coming here. It's not what. It's not what. Media. Don't arrest me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. The biggest. We will not suffer in this country. We will not suffer in this country. We will not suffer in this country. You have to listen to us. We are your children. We are your children. We are 14 years. Come down, I want to give a letter. I want to give a letter to my MP. Wacha nishuke.
The Kenya Medical Suppliers Authority KEMSA board has issued a passionate appeal asking several county governments to prioritize a settlement of more than 3.9 billion shillings pending bills to the authority. Speaking when she addressed stakeholders in the pharmaceutical sector and medical associations, KEMSA chairperson Mary Mwadime said the settlement of the bills will help accelerate reforms at the authority. She said some county governments had extended much needed support to KEMSA by prioritizing the settlement of bills to keep authorities' cogwheels running as the organizational reforms to address system challenges progress.
This morning we had a very important engagement with the stakeholders in the health sector. We had in discussion the attendance of the Medical Practitioners Union and other stakeholders, and our discussion was centered on the reforms that KEMSA is undergoing currently. We touched on the areas of reforms as they relate to the structuring of KEMSA, and the members were very happy to be brought on board in as far as the structuring is concerned. We assured the members, the stakeholders, that they are not going to be left out in the process, and that we'll continue with dialogue, we'll continue with engagements as we go along. Again, they were happy that their members right now have not actually been sent home, but it's a process that's going on as part of the restructuring process. The members were brought on board on the reform process. There are areas of governance that need to be addressed, also areas of processes, and they wanted to be assured that there will be a smooth flow of operations. We have assured the members that there will be a smooth flow of operations as this exercise is going on, and that at the end of the day we are all working towards having a better nation, with an interrupted flow of medical supplies to all our health facilities all over the country. KEMSA currently services over 8,000 facilities and hospitals in the country on medical supplies and technologies, and we want to assure everybody and all the stakeholders that this process is not going to be interrupted. And if anything, at the end of this exercise, we want to assure everybody that we'll have a better KEMSA with a smooth flow of operations, and at the end of the day, we're going to address all the issues that currently are ailing the organization. Thank you very much.
And now to corridors of justice. Ibrahim Rotich, the key suspect in the murder of athlete Agnes Tirop, has denied murder charges before the High Court in Eldoret. Appearing before Justice Ruben Nyakundi, Rotich pleaded not guilty after the mental assessment report from the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital showed that he was fit to stand trial. According to the particulars of the charge, Rotich is said to have killed Tirop on October 12th at a rural estate in Iten, Elgeyo Marakwet County. Jocelyn Mitei, who was holding brief for Rotich's lawyer Gigi Mbugua, told the court the defense was working on filing an application for release on bond or bail. However, the prosecution led by David Feather told the court they already filed an affidavit on November 9th opposing Rotich's release on bond.
The defendants are represented by the AG.
Good morning to you. I needed to come before you. That's around. So this story is about the distribution now? Yes. We have been informed that we will be here. Is there any documentary evidence which so let me simplify. Gladys, back to you.
Thank you, my lord.
Sema kaunti ama kitongoji ya Elgeyo Marakwet, wewe ulimuua Agnes Tebet Tirop. Unaweza kusema namna gani? Unaweza.
7 wardens at the Kamiti Maximum Prison have been arrested following the escape of 3 convicts who were serving jail terms for terrorism-related crimes. Interior CS Dr. Fred Matiang'i said preliminary investigations suggest that the escape was abated by laxity and incompetence. Speaking on Monday at the prison, Matiang'i vowed to ensure more arrests and prosecutions. The 3 escapes are Musharraf Abdallah Akulunga, aka Zarkarawi, Muhammad Ali Abikar, and Joseph Juma Odhiambo.
All I need to say at the moment is that we are mobilized and we have sent messages across the country and, across all exit and possible movement points out of the country. We have mobilized the sector and we are going to conduct a massive manhunt for those 3. They are dangerous criminals and we have to get them, and we are going to get them. As I speak to you right now, some of our special teams from our security forces are already hot in pursuit of these people, and we are following up whatever leads that we are getting from members of the public. What I would say at the moment, 2 critical points I need to make. One, we will conduct a very thorough investigation on this matter. That's why we are all here. And I pledge personally that we will not only go the direction investigations will point us, but we will act resolutely to ensure that this kind of recklessness does not happen ever again, because it exposes our people, as it were. Definitely there is a certain level of responsibility we have to deal with in this particular case. That said, I want to ask members of the public, because most of the disruptions that we have successfully done, I have to be very honest, have been as a result of very cooperative behavior and conduct by members of the public. I want to ask Kenyans, in the very patriotic and responsible way in which we always, conduct ourselves, to share whatever information they come across on these three and any other individuals they may suspect amongst them. Go to the nearest police station, go to the nearest security officer and share the information. We will protect your identity and we will act responsibly. But that said also, I need to be frank with each other, with all of us, that we are living in very interesting times. I have to be, honest. We are living in very interesting times. All around us, we are surrounded by very challenging environments. Across, what's going on in Somalia, what's happened in the northern part of our country, and so on and so forth. And this has placed all of us in an unusual state of alertness. We even hardly sleep because we are, speaking to each other, contacting each other. This is a very tough time for the security of our country. And we cannot pretend that,
Following the unrest experienced in schools across the country, the National Assembly says it will grill top education officials to establish whether tight education program is to blame for the rise in cases of school unrest. Led by the GAME Member of Parliament Elisha Ochieng, educational stakeholders have now urged the Parliament's Education Committee to look into the matter in order to solve the fast escalating menace.
I think it's now an appropriate time for Kenya to go through a process of self-introspection, to relook at our education calendar, relook at our education committee, and distinctively analyze, review it, and see whether that is what is impacting in the banning of school. I think we have opportunity as Parliament with the Education Committee to interrogate the student calendar, whether that is what is making our students ban schools. And I'm asking our parents too, they should play their role, including myself as a parent. We play a role by talking to our students, talking to our kids when they come for half-term, so that they stop banning our schools.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, is calling upon respective agencies of the government to do their part in order to ensure that the country sees a peaceful electioneering period. IEBC Embu County Electoral Manager Daniel Lenarum says their mandate is limited to carrying out the elections and not ensuring peace. This comes amid indications that political temperatures in the country are on the rise.
For us to be able to have a credible, transparent election, peace is very important. It's a major ingredient in the election process. So we collaborate with them and all other stakeholders so that as we move towards the election, we have a peaceful process.
Ideally, what we are doing is liaising and consulting and collaborating and supporting all institutions geared towards peace to ensure that we will have a peaceful election. We are also talking to politicians, of course, through the IEBC to sensitize them on the election laws so that they understand what is required of them. And they are also very key partners in this. So that is some of the issues that we are doing among many others.
And still in education, today in our education segment, we look at Kimilili Boys High School as narrated by Philip Simiu.
Kimilili Boys High School, located in Kimilili Sub-County in Bungoma County, is proud of the admirable records in academics and co-curriculum activity brought by the determined teaching and supportive staff, as the school principal narrates.
St. Luke's Boys Kimilili. This is an extraordinary boarding boys only high school. We are located in Kimilili Sub-County, Bungoma County. We last year in 2020, for the 2020 KCSE exams, we took 227 boys to university. We are the East African champs. We cannot count how many times. We are the handball national champs. You can see the trophies. We are unbeaten. We begin from the sub-county, from the local up to nationals. We are unbeaten in handball for as many as times we can't count. We are also the East African champs in handball. We also do well in basketball. We reach the regional soccer.
He has appreciated the parents and other stakeholders for helping the school administration to achieve its goals.
Our board chairman is Dr. Achil Simiyu. He is currently a lecturer in Masinde Mulilo University. We have a very wonderful board of management and parent association. They have increased the acreage of this school. They have kept on pushing to buy plot after another when funds are available and when we get land. As you have walked around, we are surrounded in the town, but any plot we get, we keep on adding to it. So the board is very, very supportive. They're friendly. They have a session with the teachers. The academic committee being headed by Dr. Akot is a beautiful committee, keeps on challenging teachers so that we can move up the ladder academically, co-curricular.
The principal is calling on the well-wishers to support the facility to enhance the infrastructure, especially the classrooms, in order to reduce the congestions in the school, as the school has high enrollment.
We are a school with a population of 2,400 boys. Currently we are having 512 candidates, and we also have 800 boys in Form 1. We feel we are a school of choice, but also it is a challenge because we are a congested school. We can accept that. It is a challenge, but we are trying to surmount it. Luckily, we have water throughout the year, courtesy of Nzoia Water Company, and then we also have our own borehole. We are connected to the national grid, and we have a stand-up generator that runs. We have never had a problem.
He has also called on the Ministry of Education to employ more teachers in the facility so as to reduce the work bulk to the current teaching staff.
We require to be given more teachers from the Teacher Service Commission, and we also have teachers on practice. We also have 58 support staff. So as a school, it has also created employment for our people.
The school administration has promised the Kimilili Boys High School the great performance in the next coming national exams.
Currently, our target is not even a main score. Our target is the number of boys we are taking to university. So we can't say that we have a targeted main score. We have a target of taking 350 and above boys to university, because the main score is individual, but the value is to an individual boy. So that is our target as teachers, to take more boys to university and middle-level colleges, so that all the 512 are getting somewhere to be fixed.
For Prime News Maisha Television, I'm Philip Simiyu.
We've come to the end of Maisha Prime News, and just to remind your viewer, you can apply for the prestigious award known as Heshima Awards all you have to do is just visit the website www.heshimaawards.co.ke, or you can call 0746 99841 for more details. My name is Rita Chebet Kering. See you next time.